We'd take about 20 of them to nick our ones. And also, I'm told that between February and May, it's the mating season, so they'll be particularly welcoming. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be any problems right now. I'm just looking after. I'm the Queen's throne right now. That's the Queen. I'm the Queen's throne. She looks pretty relaxed. Does she look relaxed? Probably a bit more than I am.
Back on the main island of Hainan, and once you've washed the monkey off your back and out of your hair, you can head about 50 kilometers northeast of Sanya to the Nantian Hot Spring Resort. Open until late into the night, it makes an entertaining way of spending a whole day or night if you fancy soaking in one of the 40 pools of differing temperatures and health benefits. Go straight from the waters to your comfy hotel room for a perfect weekend getaway, thanks to the adjoining luxury hotel. The best way to get here is via the free shuttle bus that runs from Sanya city centre. So I come down to the Nantian Hot Spring, and it's open till 11:30 at night, so you can come out in a nice cool evening like this, get into a rather special hot spring, in this case with these small suckerfish. Now, I hear the trick is to lie completely still, and then they just start nibbling all over you. But there's plenty of other hot springs around here to try out, but I'm going to go to this one first. Good news is, the suckerfish are not picky in any way whatsoever. They started with my feet, some of them nibbling my armpits. 2 bits I would definitely not go for myself, but very relaxing and kind of odd. It's kind of like, I don't know, someone's literally nibbling at your entire body. It's quite nice. It's awesome. I wish I could show you by moving my body, but then I would lose all the fish. It's in my muscles. From different pool temperatures to one constantly mild oceanic one. 30 kilometers northeast of Sanya, you'll find the island of Wuzhezhou. It's famous for its water activities and in particular, diving. Diving in Sanya can be a bit of a mixed bag, since many of the diving sites are geared towards those who are taking their first steps in the sport. For a rookie, though, it's perfect. A, the majority of people who go there are beginner standard, and B, you'll be accompanied throughout by a certified professional who won't take his eyes off you. Scuba diving is an adventure in itself, a silent odyssey into a uniquely serene environment. And just a side note for all you fact fiends out there, the word scuba is really nothing but an acronym for the phrase self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. You're welcome.
My body feels heavy but light. I'm tired. You really got to go for it. The wind was blowing a bit underneath, so we were really going for it. But yeah, good experience, good experience. I love diving. We'll definitely do that again if I get a chance.
Shaped like a butterfly and with a circumference of 5.7 kilometres, the island has a varied coastline with rocky coves interspersed among sandy beaches, all of which can be discovered using the numerous rental buggies or your good old pair of legs. For those of you who want to enjoy the sunset, You can even spend the night here in one of the many hotel rooms. On this episode of Travelogue, we're heading to Sanya, China's #1 tropical island resort. We're going to be diving with the fish, doing some extreme rock climbing at Yanoda, getting up to all sorts of shenanigans on Monkey Island, meeting some sucker fish, and getting cultural at the Nanshan Buddhist Culture Park. As well as lots of other fun stuff. Action-packed. Having really squeezed the beach activities dry and turned yourself to a shriveled prune level, it's probably time to take in some culture and some of Sanya's best produce.
Nothing like a fresh coconut. I'll have that. On to Nanshan.
Located just 40 kilometres west of Sanya City, Sanya Nanshan Buddhism Cultural Tourism Zone, bit of a mouthful, is one of the largest cultural tourist attractions of its kind in China. This area is famous for being a hub of Buddhist culture and activity, with many worshippers believing it to be spiritually blessed. There's also a well-known Chinese saying which translates as good fortune as vast as the East Sea and long life as great as the Nanshan Mountain. This ardent Buddhist devotee has apparently been coming here every day for the last 2 years to pray at the same spot. The true embodiment of religious devotion. Rising out of the ocean at the end of a newly renovated causeway, the #1 tourist attraction in Nanshan is without a doubt the statue of Guan Yin, the Goddess of Mercy. It stands at an incredible 108 metres tall, which makes it 16 metres taller than the Statue of Liberty in the US, and more importantly, the tallest statue in the world. Another must-see is the amazing national treasure, standing at 3.8 metres high and covered with 100 kilograms of gold and silver. It's embedded with 120 carats of South African diamonds, as well as countless jewels. Behind it, you'll find mini duplicates of Guan Yin purchased by believers. This is to help improve their life and enhance their spiritual enlightenment by being close to Guan Yin at all times.
So whilst I spin my mani wheels, you'll see that Nanshan really is a place of superlative, with the tallest statue in the world, and here we have the largest, certified by the Guinness Book of Records, gold and jade statue in the whole of the world as well. It's all well and good lazing around on the beach during your time in Sanya. No one's going to judge you. But if you are looking for a tiny bit more culture, head up to Nanshan to their Buddhist Cultural Park. We're here today in their modern Buddhist temple, which is dedicated to the Goddess of Mercy, Guan Yin. Here, interestingly, she takes 33 different forms, each one with something specific in mind. So, for instance, if you're looking to have a child, you would come here and pray to this statue behind me here for a child, and to the one on the right if you wanted it to be healthy. Now, obviously, this is hypothetical, but say I ended up having a healthy, handsome, beautiful child, I would then bring 2 sets of gifts, which is what you can see with the fruits behind me, to say thank you very much.
With the area soaked in the Chinese traditional culture of auspiciousness and longevity, it makes total sense that the annual Hainan Longevity Festival should be held right here in the centre of Nanshan's Felicity and Longevity Culture Park. What you see in front of you is a ceremony to celebrate the people of Hainan who have reached landmark ages. It goes without saying that you'll rarely see a group of such lively centenarians together. What was fascinating to see was a large proportion of them still being able to walk unaided. This all begs the question, is the key to eternal life to be found on Hainan Island?
So that's the end of the longevity ceremony for another year. Don't know if it's something to do with the water, the awesome weather, or just the food, but I've never seen such sprightly 100-year-old people. I'm sat in the seats of the over 100s. Do you think it will rub off a bit? Probably not. Oh, the symbol for longevity. Hopefully, if I keep him sweet, might add a couple more years to my life. Cheers. When you make your way over to China, you'll hopefully notice that the number one thing, or certainly in the top 3 most important things in Chinese people's lives, food. The Chinese love their food and they live for their food. Now, I am an avid carnivore. It's all about meat for me. But I always think when you're traveling, you've got to keep an open mind. We've arrived at a Buddhist restaurant, a famous little Buddhist restaurant, which has a little twist in its tail, in that if you're a practicing Buddhist, you will tend not to eat meat. But why should you not be able to taste what meat tastes like? And that's what this restaurant does. So we have all the dishes are made purely from vegetables, but you can have yourself a steak or some fried fish, just using different types of tofu or different vegetables. I don't know if it'll pass my carnivore test, but I'll definitely give it a go.
Well, you might not become a vegetarian overnight, but at least you'll be safe in the knowledge that if you do, you'll still be able to get your hit of meat flavour from somewhere.
Palm trees, the sea. What else could you want on holiday?
Well, on top of that, sun, sand, food, culture and adventure. Sanya really is China's tropical paradise, with a bit of everything for everyone. Time for you to try it for yourself.
Final bit of the trip, if I can make it out safely. We managed to find ourselves an apt little corner to finish off the show. We're sandwiched in between 2 Buddhist pavilions. Now, the water's so refreshing. We've got the beach to ourselves, bit of sand, bit of rock, and a lovely sea breeze. Hope you've enjoyed the last half an hour and our trip around Sanya. Yes, the beaches are incredible. Yes, the weather, as you can see, is to die for, and the food is absolutely delicious. But I hope you've been able to witness the other, more cultural side of things, such as at the Nanshan Buddhist Cultural Park. I'm Mark Edwards, and I'll catch you very soon on another episode of Travelogue.